Hello and welcome to the box score breakdown. Today is January 3rd, 2025. We're recapping the 10-game slate on January 2nd, and we had a great day of basketball. The box score breakdown is presented to you by FanDuel. Hope you all had a great fantasy week. Yeah, week's not over yet, but we got a few more days. It's been a fun week in fantasy, and 10 games, no main injuries. So everything is good. It's good to be back with you guys. I haven't seen you guys in a little bit. So, I'm happy to be back. Let's get straight to it like it's nothing to it. All right, first game. The Milwaukee Bucks defeated the Charlotte Hornets 122-121. For the Hornets, Miles Bridges played the most minutes tonight with 37 minutes. Had 25 points, 6 boards, 2 assists, and 1 steal. That's great for Miles. He was banged up a little bit, missed a game or two there. Came back strong. Brandon Miller with 19 and 7 with 4 assists. Unfortunately, 5 turnovers, but solid game from Brandon Miller. I think when Miles Bridges is out of there, Brandon Miller will really take off. But for now, they played a good game. They almost won against the Bucks. Both average teams at this point, but solid. The news of the day was PJ Hall started. The center that was in the G League all season, pretty much. He's recently been called up to the Hornets on a 10-day. Been performing very well in limited minutes, but he started tonight, but only played 19 minutes. Had 4 points, but he did have 8 rebounds, 1 assist, and 2 blocks. He only shot the ball 4 times, so 4 points is not terrible when you consider that. But when you're starting and you're pretty much the only big man on the team, literally, he actually was the only big man on the team. You expect more than 4 points in 19 minutes. I don't know if he got banged up or they just went in a different direction, but the 8 rebounds and 2 blocks are great. We'll see what happens with him next game. So PJ Hall is a name to monitor, especially in deep leagues, especially if you need rebounds and blocks. LaMelo Ball, a disappointing game, probably the reason why they lost. 12 points, 7 assists, 2 boards, and 2 steals. The 7 assists are great. The 2 steals are great. But he went 4 for 12 from the field and only had 12 points. They need LaMelo to at least get 20 points to be in winning position. Somehow they were still in winning position. I would say because of Miles Bridges and Knipple, who had great games. But you really need LaMelo to do more than 12 points. So he went 2 for 7 from 3. He'll do better next game. Knipple, 26 points. 4 boards, 3 assists. That's about it. But 9 for 16 from the field, 3 of 8 from 3. Knipple just continuing his amazing rookie season that I underestimated. Did not think it would be going this well for him at all. And he's just, for people that said it did, congrats to you. I did not see this coming in year 1. Tijan Salon, a guy that was drafted in the first round early by the Hornets not too long ago, was considered a disappointment, but this year he's showing signs. Tijan had 12 points, 4 boards, and 1 block in 22 minutes. Colin Sexton, 16 and 6 assists. And that's about it. Sion James has been doing solid, 7.6 boards and 1 steal. And, I think he'll be much better in the future, but he's showing some things that the Hornets like. For the Bucks, Giannis had 30 and 10 with 5 assists and a steal. Miles Turner, 22 minutes, 1 point, 0 for 4 from the field, 2 blocks, 4 boards. Terrible game. Even if he did leave this game because of injury or getting banged up, he played 22 minutes and had 1 point. That is not acceptable. Miles Turner's been having a very down year. We'll see if there's something up with this 22-minute terrible game performance in the coming days. Kevin Porter Jr. in 36 minutes only had 10 points, but he did have 10 assists, 2 steals, and 4 boards. Just a terrible shooting night for him. AJ Green, 12 points, 3 assists. Terrible shooting night for him. Ryan Rollins is the guy that went off along with Giannis. Ryan had 29 points, 8 assists, 4 boards, 3 steals, and a block. Tremendous game. 11 for 13 from the field. He and Giannis carried the team to victory. There's nothing much more you can say about that. They did have 2 guys off the bench that performed very well. Bobby Portis, 20-6 with the block. And Kyle Kuzma, 18-6 with an assist. Kuzma's name has been in trade rumors, so that might be why he played well today. I don't know. Next game, the Spurs defeated the Pacers 123-113. Harrison Barnes, not worth mentioning, terrible game. Julian Champagnie, solid 9 points, but he had those 8 rebounds and a steal. Luke Cornett started again. Wembanyama did not play in this one. I saw a video of Wembanyama stretching. I hope that was AI because, I mean, he was just it's like a freak of nature. You got to see it, guys. I hope it was AI, though, because that's the future of the NBA. It's just, woo. We're in good hands, but the rest of the league is in bad hands. You know what I mean? But Cornett had 9 and 5, nothing special. De'Aaron Fox, 24-7 with 4 assists and a steal. Stephon Castle, 19, 8 and 8 with 2 steals. Really nice all-around game. And he shot 6 for 17 from the field. It seems like he can't really get a 30-point performance. So I'm like, my mind is like, shoot more. But he did shoot 17 times. I think I'm waiting to see Stephon really break out. He's been playing great, but I wonder if he will break out this year to like putting up Shea type of numbers. He can do it. He just got to shoot better from the field. All right. Off the bench, Kelly Olynyk had 10-5, a steal and a block. Keldon Johnson, 16-6 with a steal. And Dylan Harper, 22 points, 2 steals, and a block. For the Pacers, Siakam, 23-9 with 5 assists and 2 steals. Micah Potter, 16 points, 6 boards, a steal and a block. And he started. Very weird that Micah Potter was unsigned, did not have a team, was signed off the street, comes in to start over Jay Huff. Isaiah Jackson did not play in this one. Tony Bradley did not play in this one. James Wiseman has been cut. So, Micah Potter, he's their guy, I guess. It's the Pacers, man. I don't know. I mean, they're going for that number 1 pick. That's all I can say. They're 6-29. Nembhard had 19, 6 and 6 with 2 steals. Neesmith, 9, 3 and 3 with a block. Benedict Mathurin with a horrible game. Is this still got to be the worst performance of the night? 2 points, 1 for 6 from the field, 5 boards, 3 assists. Benedict Mathurin. 2 points on 1 for 6 shooting. That is totally unlike Benedict Mathurin. I know he can do so much better. Hopefully he'll do better next game. I mean, he has to. You can't get much worse than that. That is my guy, so that's terrible. Josh Walker with 11 points and a steal off the bench. TJ McConnell, 14 and 2 steals. That's about all that you need to know from that game. Next game, the Nets lost to the Wizards 99-119. For the Nets, Noah Conley's been having a string of bad games. 8 points. He did have 3 steals, though, so the steals are great. But 2 for 13 from the field. I don't know if everyone's just hungover from the New Year's or what, but the shooting performances are horrible today. I mean, if you go down the list, Yegor Jimin, 3 of 12. Danny Wolf, 4 for 10. Jalen Wilson, 1 for 5. Tyrese Martin, 0 for 3. And not to mention the other games that I already went over. It's just terrible shooting tonight. But Danny Wolf had 11 and 6. Day'Ron Sharpe, 14 and 9 with 2 steals and 2 blocks. And he started because Nick Claxton sat out on this one he was banged up. Terrence Mann was back in the starting lineup. 14 points, 3 boards. Yegor Joman, 10 points, 8 boards. I'm used to that being assists for him, but he had 8 boards, 3 assists, 2 steals and a block. Zaire had 14 off the bench with 3 steals and 2 blocks. Last game he had 5 steals, I think. So Zaire is getting those defensive stats, but I wish he would have did that when he was starting, so you can't really trust it. Drake Powell started last game, but this game off the bench with 14 points and a block. Nolan Traore, 12 and 5 assists with a steal and a block. For the Wizards, Alex Sarr had 19 points, 5 boards, 4 assists, and 4 blocks. That's what you got him for, the blocks. And rebounds, but he only had 5, but the 4 blocks are tremendous. Chris Middleton started, did nothing really, 9 points. CJ McCollum, 17 and 6. Bilal Coulibaly, bad performance, 2 for 8, but he had 11 points, 8 boards. He had 4 steals and 2 blocks. Those 6 stat categories help out tremendously. So we'll give him a pass because he shot terribly, but he did get those stocks. Trey Johnson started 12 points, 5 boards, 2 steals. Marvin Bagley, 12 and 8 off the bench with the steal. Justice Champagnie, 20 and 7 with a block and a steal. And Will Riley's name have been trending. He had 9 points, 4 assists, and a block. Bob Carrington, 7 points, 5 boards, 4 assists, and a block. The Wizards don't know what direction they're going in. So you're going to see stuff like that. Next game, the Cavs defeated the Nuggets 113-108. Now, the news of the night was Day'Ron Holmes. His 2 predecessors both injured, Jokic and then JV. Day'Ron Holmes, first-round pick from a year ago, finally gets his opportunity in 24 minutes. And he's a good player, really good in college, but he is coming off an Achilles/ACL, one or the other. First real game, he started 3 points, 6 assists, 4 boards. That's not good enough. We're going to give him a pass. It was his first start. Let him get a couple games under his belt. He did go against Jared Allen and Evan Mobley, so that is tough. So we'll give Day'Ron Holmes a pass. Don't drop him right now. Give him a game or 2 extra to see what he's going to do. Spencer Jones, 13 and 6 with 2 blocks. Jamal Murray went off again, 34, 6 and 7 with a block. Jalen Pickett in the starting lineup only had 9 points, but had 2 steals. Peyton Watson gets a huge bump, and he had 21 points, 4 boards, 3 assists, and 1 steal. Off the bench, Zeke Naji finally did something, 13 and 5. Tim Hardaway, 15 points. Back to the Cavs. I mentioned Jared Allen and Evan Mobley. They both scored 8 points. They almost had an identical stat line. Allen with 12 boards, a steal and a block. Mobley with 11 boards, a steal and 3 blocks. Similar assists as well. Donovan Mitchell, 33 points, 6 and 5 with a steal. Darius Garland, 18 and 8 assists. Jalen Tyson, 8 points and 5 boards. He started. DeAndre Hunter, 16, 5 and 4 with a steal. And Craig Porter with 10 points, 2 steals and a block. Now, we see that DeAndre Hunter is coming off the bench. And I guess this is the lineup they're going to stick with. Jalen Tyson has been in and out of the starting lineup. DeAndre Hunter in and out of the starting lineup. Dean Wade in and out of the starting lineup. And D Wade did not play, though. So we will see what happens with that. And once again, we want to remind you, you're listening to the Box Score Breakdown. We are live on YouTube, live on X. If you're listening to us on Fantasy NBA Today podcast, hosted by Brewski and Dr. A, Stephen Alexander, we want to thank you for listening. Please support the pod, the show, like, subscribe, hit us up on Twitter. Hit me up at William is Bill anytime you have questions, and we're live recording, so we'll take questions at the end of the show as well. Back to the next game. The Hawks defeated the Knicks 111-299. Onyeka Okongwu, 23 and 9 with 3 steals and 2 blocks. Tremendous game. Onyeka, double O. Jalen Johnson had a triple-double. A smaller triple-double, but a triple-double. 18, 10, and 11 with 2 steals. He's normally been putting up more points than that. But he went 50% from the field, so you can't complain. Zachary Richardson started 12 and 5, not much else. Nickeil Alexander-Walker, 23 points, 4 boards, 3 assists, 2 steals. Dyson Daniels, 11 points, 8 assists, 6 boards, 2 steals. Great all-around numbers. Trae Young did not play in this one, and it seems like the team likes to play without him a little bit because everyone's doing something. But we will see. His name has been swirling around trade rumors all year. We'll see. Luke Kennard off the bench with 12 and 3 with 2 assists. For the Knicks, OG had 19 and 10 with 2 steals. Huck Porty started, had 8 points, 16 rebounds, 4 assists, 4 blocks, and a steal. That's a tremendous game by Huck Porty. You just wish he shot it more, but 16 boards and 4 blocks, crazy. Mikal Bridges, 18, 5 and 5 with 2 steals. Jalen Brunson, 24 points, 5 assists, and a steal. Miles McBride started, 11 points, 2 assists, and a steal. And Gershon Yabusele off the bench with 8 points, 4 boards. That's about it. The Knicks literally played everyone on their roster down to the 13th man. So, and they lost. So, I don't know if that's a trend, but that's what happened. Next game, the Bulls defeated the Magic 121 to 114. Paolo had 31, 6 and 6 with 2 steals and a block. Wendell Carter 13 and 10. Desmond Bane 14, 4 and 4 with a steal and a block. Jalen Suggs is back, had 11 points, 4 assists. Anthony Black 18 and 7 assists with 2 steals and a block. Tremendous game by Anthony Black. A lot of people were concerned when Jalen Suggs comes back, what's going to happen with Anthony Black? Because before, Black was an afterthought, kind of. Now he's a leading scorer on the team. And Franz Wagner will be back in a few weeks as well. But for now, ride the Anthony Black train. Off the bench, you didn't have players do too much. I'll mention one. Tristan Da Silva, 7 points, 1 steal. Not much else. He can do better than that. For the Bulls, Jalen Smith had 11 and 10 with 2 steals and a block. He went trending a lot because he was one of the hot waiver ads. But nice double-double for Jalen Smith. Isaac Okoro, big game last game, 9 points this game. Buzelis, 21, 9 and 7, a steal and 2 blocks. Great all-around performance. Vucevic, 17 and 10 with 5 assists. Nice. Patrick Williams, 15 points, a steal and a block. Kevin Huerter, 20 points, 4 boards, 2 assists. And Ayo Dosunmu, 17 and 7. Great performance by Ayo. That's what you wanted to see from him. Next game, the Blazers defeated the Pels 122 to 109. Tumani had 14 and 6 with 4 assists and a block. Chris Murray did nothing. He did have 3 steals and 2 blocks, though. He did nothing offensively, I'll say. Denny Abdia, 34 points, 7 boards, 11 assists, and a steal and a block. No, a steal and 3 blocks. Do it up, Denny Abdia. Great game. Donovan Clingan, 11 and 15 with a block. And Shaden Sharp, 23 points, 5 boards, and 1 assist. Robert Williams off the bench, 4, 6, and 1. Caleb Love, the undrafted rookie, 22, 2, and 2. Great performance by Caleb Love. If he ever gets to start, he's going to help a team. For the Pelicans, Zion is back. Of course, we've heard about him. He had 35 and 8 with 2 assists and 2 steals. Izmisi only played 21 minutes, had 5 points and 3 blocks. Jordan Poole, 16 points, 6 assists. Bryce McGowan's 13 and 4. Jeremiah Fears, 18, 5, 4, and 4, and 2 blocks. Off the bench, Carlo Markovic, 16 points, 2 blocks. Everyone else starting to lose minutes on this team. Next game, the Kings got blown out by the Suns, 102 to 129. For the Kings, Maxime Reynaud started, only had 6 and 5 with a steal. Keegan Murray, 23 and 9 with a steal and a block. Precious Achiuwa with 3 points only, 6 boards, and not a great game. Westbrook, 17 and 9 and 6 with a steal. DeRozan, 13, 2, 3, and 2 steals. Dennis Schroeder, 12 points, 2 boards, 2 assists. Keon Ellis, 14 points and 3 turnovers, but also 3 rebounds. Excuse me, y'all. It is 1 o'clock in the morning on the East Coast, but I'm here for you guys. For the Suns, let's start with Devin Booker, 33 points, 5 assists, 2 boards. Mark Williams, 15 and 9 in 22 minutes. Imagine if we could play 32 minutes, but we'll see. We'll get there one day. Gillespie, after the great game last game, 15 and 5 with 3 steals. Dylan Brooks, 18 points. Royce O'Neal, 7 points, 2 steals, 3 blocks. Great all-around game for him. Also, Iguodala, 15 and 6, 2 steals, 2 blocks. And Jamari Bouye, 12 and 4 steals. Now, next game, we had the Thunder defeated the Warriors. Big time, 131-94. Chet only played 15 minutes. Hopefully, he didn't get injured. 5 or 8 from the field. 15 and 15 with 4 blocks and a steal. SGA, 30 points, 7 assists. Lou Dort, 11 points. Jalen Williams, the guard, 12 and 6 with 2 assists. And Casey Wallace did nothing. Off the bench, Brandon Carlson, backup big, 15 and 11. Wiggins, 15 points, 3 boards, 2 assists, and 1 block. And then AJ Mitchell with 25 minutes, 11 points, 6 boards, and 2 steals. For the Warriors, no Steph, no Clay, because he hasn't been there in a while. No Draymond. But Gui Santos, 9 and 8, a bit of a surprise start, but there's a lot of guys out. Did Kuminga play? Kuminga still didn't play. That's crazy. Moses Moody, 13 points. Podziemski, 12, 4, and 4 with a steal in the block. And Real Richard, 13 and 5 with a steal. Off the bench, Horford, 13 and 6 with 2 blocks. GP, Gary Payton II, 2 points, 1 board, 1 assist. All right. And for the last and final game, the Lakers defeated the Grizz 128-121. Jaren Jackson, 25 points. Not much else. A steal. Nice shooting performance. Cedric Howard, 5 points, 7 boards, 5 assists, and 1 steal and 1 block. J-Dub, 6 points. Koloko did nothing. John Morant, 16 and 11 with 2 steals. 2 kids stole my bike, but he had 2 steals in this game. All right, Santi Aldama, 15 points, 7 boards. Gigi Jackson, 12 points and a steal. Jock Landale, 14 points, 5 boards. KCP, 20 points, huge game off the bench. 5 boards, 2 assists, 2 steals. Nice all-around game for the Grizz, even though they came up short. For the Lakers, I almost said for the LeBron James. LeBron had 31 and 9 with 6 assists. LaRavia, 21 and 9 with 2 steals and a block. DeAndre Ayton did nothing. 4 points and 2 for 4 from the field. 6 boards and a steal. Got to do better than that. DeAndre, Marcus Smart, 13 and 8 with 7 assists and 2 steals and a block. Luka, 34, 6 and 8 with 2 steals. And off the bench, Jackson Hayes had 12 points, 2 steals. So that'll do it for our Friday night wrap up. But let's go over some of the top performers of the night. Con Knipple with 26. Ryan Rollins, 29, 8 and 3. Giannis had 30. De'Aaron Fox, 24 and 7. Siakam, 23 and 9. Dayron, 14 and 9. Alex Sarf, 19 and 4 blocks. Jamal Murray, 34, 6 and 7. Donovan Mitchell, 33 and 6. Onyeka Okongwu, 23, 9 and 3. Huck Porty had 16 boards and 4 blocks. Paolo went off with 31, 6 and 6. Buzelis, 21, 9 and 7. Denny Outfield, 34, 7 and 11. Zion with 35 and 8. Keegan Murray, 23 and 9. Devin Booker, 33. Holmgren, 15, 15 and 4. Horford, 13 and 6. Jaren Jackson Jr., 25. And LeBron, 31, 9 and 6. So, huge episode, guys. Great to be back with you guys live. It's been a while, but always fun to be back on the stream and on the channel with you guys. And if you didn't remember, you listened to the box score breakdown. And as always, when we are live, you can ask us questions. We'll get to them during the show at the end. If there's a section you guys want to do with mailbag, or you send us questions and we save them all for the show, we can do that as well. Hit up at Ethos Fantasy NBA anytime, at SportsEthos, and at William is Bill, all on X, and we will get back to you, or someone will be able to give you some advice, hopefully the right advice. It's a lot of things going on in fantasy. Let me mention some of the guys that are trending right now. Like we mentioned, Dayron Holmes for the Nuggets with Jokic and JV out. This game tonight was average at best, but better days are ahead. And if he's still available, you have to add him because the potential could be so huge. I don't think you have to add Zeke Nnaji. He had a solid game, but I don't see the potential there. Trey Jones, I want to mention. If you didn't know, Kobe Jones and Josh Giddey are hurt. So that's going to leave opportunity for Trey Jones. He did not have a good game tonight either, but it still doesn't negate the fact that he's a great pickup. Peyton Watson is probably the last guy I'm going to mention. Everyone on Denver's hurt. So he's a guy that can play multiple roles, and he can help you as well. We did get a comment on near the end of the show from the San Francisco 49er Y4B. He said, well, it's technically not a question, but he said he's tired of the cheating NBA. And I know that's been going all around, especially with all of the gambling, the referees, the injury reports. It's a lot of stuff with that going on. He said, I'm never betting on an OKC game or prop game ever again in my life. Yeah, for me, I can't do the gambling because every time it seems like I know this is going to happen. It's obvious, and it doesn't happen. So it does feel like something is up with that. So, if I don't have any control over it, I wouldn't spend too much money on it. But I do like setting my lineups in FanDuel, but I'm not throwing down tons of money. I do the little dollar game or so. I know I'm going to lose, but it's fun. So, but, we're sponsored by FanDuel. So, they have some free games as well if you don't want to lose too much money. But, yeah, a lot of people win, though. I don't know how they do it. Oh, needed one more point or assist from Shea with 7 minutes left in the third quarter. Oh, yeah, that hurt. That's a bad break right there. That's a bad break, my guy. We'll get him next time, though. That hurts. That is a bad break. That's one of the worst breaks I've heard in a while. But Shea, still, we're going to win the MVP this year. He will get you back later in the season. But thank you guys again for listening to the box score breakdown presented to you by FanDuel. It's a SportsEthos presentation. We will be back next week because we're available Monday through Friday. Myself and Tim Woodson will have you covered. Thank you again for listening and watching. Until next time, we're out of here. Peace.